Yo, today I'm going to talk about nothing. If you know anything about me, you would know that I love to sit down and do nothing, and I'm really good at it. We're talking stare at a wall and watch paint dry nothing. Believe it or not, this ability is heavily underappreciated and extremely difficult to do in the modern age. Practicing this habit will not only boost your productivity in the long run, but it will also improve satisfaction in your life. Now, one important point here is that I'm using the word satisfaction, which I like to use the word satisfaction because it represents a state of mind that is tangible, attainable, and genuine over a long period of time. And this is opposed to happiness, which is a highly transient feeling by design. For me, satisfaction boils down to one simple question, which is, can I spend extended periods of time alone with my thoughts without distractions like Netflix, gaming, music, or anything else? In today's video, I will discuss why sitting still is harder than ever and how being unable to practice this takes away from our overall satisfaction and well-being. I want to make a quick point though that the specific examples that I will be outlining in today's video are absolutely not an attack on any specific interest or hobbies, but rather a presentation of the challenges that we face engaging with them in 2023. Now, before we dive into this discussion, I would like to briefly reintroduce a neurotransmitter called dopamine. Dopamine is a neurotransmitter in our bodies that is one of the primary drivers of motivation and drive. Higher levels of this chemical are associated with both increased focus and effort towards our goals. And conversely, low levels of dopamine are linked towards decreased motivation, reduced pleasure, and increased fatigue. Now, dopamine is released by the brain during rewarding experiences, and this reinforces the connection between stimulus and pleasure. We experience a dopamine release from everything we do, including eating food, listening to music, exercising, solving problems, learning skills, what have you. It can be anything that we do. But, and here's the key, the quantity of dopamine released is extremely variable between these activities. The problem begins to surface when we begin to observe that there is a growing number of high dopamine release activities at our fingertips and also across all age groups. But how does this happen and why does this matter? Well, let's go back. I was a huge fanboy of the Back to the Future franchise growing up. In the second movie, Marty McFly, who was the main character, was transported to the year 2015, where he discovered this whole new world filled with hoverboards, flying cars, and even automated dog walkers. Well, now it's 2023 and we have none of those inventions. But I'll tell you what we do have. We do have cryptocurrency, we have electric vehicles, we have 3D printing, we have private space travel, none of which were captured in the movie. Now, I have an optimistic worldview in the sense that I believe that we can solve any problem, including hoverboards and including automatic dog walkers and what have you, if we utilize our resources efficiently for that purpose. And in today's day and age, the problems that are most efficiently and effectively solved nearly always must be tied with a solid business case, which determines how much effort and money is directed towards them. The key question is, how much are people willing to spend to pay for a solution? And unfortunately, there wasn't enough people or money to invest in the extensive research and development required to make hoverboard technology a reality, especially when the main appeal or value add was the cool factor. Now, instead of hoverboards, hundreds of billions of dollars are poured every year into capturing people's attention, because once you have people's attention, you have access to their wallets. Behavioral psychologists, amongst others, have contributed to the creation of a dopamine minefield that holds our minds hostage by exploiting our reward system. Managing temptation has been a challenge as old as time, dating back to Adam and Eve. But now it is ludicrously easy for anyone, regardless of age, to get dopamine hits. Gaming, smartphones, social media, and even our food are easy avenues for this now. And this has significantly contributed to a widespread decrease in life satisfaction. For instance, smartphones provide a constant stream of social stimuli, with each notification or swipe potentially triggering a surge of dopamine. Modern video games are designed to be immersive, offering a continuous stream of rewards through gameplay, including unlockable content or gaming mechanics such as loot boxes. This industry is now worth $250 billion, which surpasses the revenue of the music and film industries combined. In addition to gaming, popularly advertised food tends to be loaded with fats, salts, and flavors that flood our bodies with dopamine compared with the foods that are generally healthier to us. Compared with how much dopamine is provided by these engaging stimuli, productive daily tasks such as engaging in chores, fulfilling work obligations, or making progress towards long-term goals become extremely challenging. However, the most difficult task of all is simply sitting still and doing absolutely nothing, completely devoid of external stimuli. Now, mankind is about 200,000 years old, and while our reward system has served us super well until now, every day the number of technologies that capture our attention is exponentially increasing, and we just aren't prepared for it. In conclusion, I want to emphasize that this problem lies not in the existence of these products, but rather the extent to which things have gone astray. Social media platforms that enhance our social connections and thought-provoking games that captivate us are fantastic technologies. However, the current approach to monetizing these services is gradually impairing our ability to go about our own lives and experience true satisfaction in the long run. As a final note, I would like to mention all worthwhile pursuits in life that provide lasting satisfaction take sustained daily effort, and pursuing the dreams that we hold most dear likely require even more than that. It is therefore imperative to protect and develop our ability to sustain motivation forevermore. Thank you, and that's it for today. I'll see you next time.